Let's perform a wall shoulder external rotation hold. So what Justin's doing is he's basing his feet out here, shoulder width apart to start. He's gonna drive his hand down into the wall. So we're looking for like a 90-degree angle at the elbow here, and he's driving his fist down into the wall, specifically his thumb and his pointer finger. So once he drives that down, he should feel the back of the shoulder working. So all he's doing to apply more weight and more pressure is he's gonna start to step out away from the wall. Perfect. So putting more and more body weight onto the shoulder. Now, if that's still too easy, he's gonna take his foot off the ground and he's gonna really apply a lot of body weight right onto that shoulder there. So right there, he should feel the back of the shoulder. Justin, go ahead and switch around here and he's gonna show us where he feels it. So he's driving that fist down, he's taking his foot away, and then he should feel that back of the shoulder really working. That's where our external rotators sit for our shoulder, or our rotator cuffs. Go ahead and perform that for the prescribed time and sets. Let's perform a side-lying internal rotation hold in both directions. So what we're looking to do here is taking somewhat similar to a side plank position. He's driving his knees down into the floor. He's keeping his bottom hip down in contact with the floor as well. Really important here is I want you to keep your armpit down into the ground as much as possible here. The arm is going to be pointed up towards the ceiling and his head is going to be placed on a block of some sort, just so we have a little support for the neck. So all we're doing here is we're gonna turn that shoulder inward by pulling the hand down in towards the floor. So as much as possible, find your end range of movement. What we don't wanna do is we don't want to go down so far that the armpit is gonna lift off. So go ahead and just try to show that. So if your hand goes down all the way, you see how his armpit comes off the ground. That is not what we want. So make sure that you're very strict with your range here. So once we find our end range, all we're doing is we're gonna use the opposite hand and block out the top part of the wrist. What he's looking to do is he's gonna push into the hand as much as possible. So if he was to release the hand, it would look like this here, or he's trying to pull back up towards like a more neutral position or externally rotated position. So he's pushing up into this hand here as hard as he can. We're gonna hold it for a prescribed time. Now from here, after the prescribed time, he's gonna release that hand and then he's gonna drive his right arm down into even more internal rotation. We're going for a hold once again. You'll notice how hard he's driving down by the shaking. That is totally fine, but same sort of deal. We don't want that armpit to lift off the ground here. So we're gonna hold that for a prescribed time as well. And then we're gonna complete this for rounds. So once again, he's gonna block up into the wrist. He's gonna drive for the prescribed time. Then he'll release again and then go down for another round here. So we'll also be prescribing the rounds as well in this, but that is our side-lying shoulder internal rotation holds.